Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TPK Roleplay. It has been a while since we have been here, but we are back to hopefully round out the next couple of episodes to finish off Destroyer of Worlds. I will go ahead and let my lovely cast introduce themselves before we go right into it, starting with that top left.
Hello, I'm Skelly V. I am playing good old trigger happy private first class Dante in tonight's campaign, and I blew up a lot of things last time. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I sure did blow up things.
I remember that. We blew up turrets.
Yeah, we did, and a wall and some other and fired and missed and all that jazz. Anyways, Al, go ahead.
You were busy last time. Very effective. Trying to constantly improve himself is old Warrant Officer Chaplain, the medic on site, and the company, the company little droid fella, our little humanoid psionic chap who's going to hopefully be using his gun arm, super mega healing powers, and bits and bobs to generally see people through. I will hand over to Proper.
Hi, I'm Proper Nerdy. I'm a TPK staff member and role player, and very, very occasionally a GM. So I'm playing Captain Silva, the captain of this ragtag crew. It's been a while since we played, so we're gonna jump right into the spooky mystery, I'm sure. And without further ado, I will hand it over to Niffer.
Hey everybody, I'm Niffer. I'm playing your good buddy Kale, Sergeant Iona, who's got a bigger knife now, so things can only get better, right?
Stabbing increases.
Yep, stabbing will increase.
Stabbing will increase. We have a long knife now.
We have a really long knife.
Everything.
I should have brought my long knife down here.
50 Shades of Knives.
Exactly.
Well, there is a very sad tale behind that long knife that you managed to get into, and we'll end up wrapping that up at the end of our What's the Story. But before that, I'm Meg Mysteria. I will be your game mother for this evening, and it is my job to scare the hell out of these people, so let's hope I succeed.
I'm not scared at all. What are you talking about? I am...
No.
It's okay, Proper. I'm scared enough for all of us.
Are we going to go with the choruses of It's Fine again?
It's
Yes.
fine.
It's fine.
Everything's fine.
We just need
Everything's
to...
fine.
We need to get 5-part harmony for It's Fine, It's Fine, It's Fine. I'm
not that musically inclined.
No.
But before...
You can do the beatboxing at the end.
Yeah.
No. Look,
Sorry.
just because I was in orchestra for like 6 years doesn't mean I know how to do anything musical.
Okay, Game Mother, take us away before I interrupt you again.
Without further ado, what's the story? War is hell, and our Marines are now familiar with the deepest pits in it. Luck was on their side for a while, and everything seemed like it was fine. Eddie and Feitu managed, with the crew's guidance, to locate and take hold of an enemy dropship, and they, along with a couple dozen other colonists, were able to evacuate from the moon. They even added a new friend of their midst, Miss Eggford, a Weyland-Yutani representative with questionable knowledge. However, it wasn't fine for long. Like I said, war is hell. Evading firefights, rescuing civilians from execution lines, they fought their way to get closer and closer to Fort Nebraska. It was in their sights, within reach, and everything got so much worse. Another boom rocked the colony and electricity ripped through the streets, frying everything. Ships fell from the sky, the Marines lost the use of their equipment, and Charlie, freshly repaired, had a few of his circuits short out. Just as they got used to this new development, their luck continued to spiral. Looming over the spaceport in the distance, darkening the clouds above them, a new threat makes itself known. Bombs spiral and collide with the Monahan, one of their potential escape routes, and destroys it completely. But that isn't even the worst of it. Black smoke, a thick wall of ash, floods over the colony and forces the Marines to take shelter in the sealed cabin of an enemy dropship. They look on as unlucky people outside turn into statues, monsters, and disappear into ash entirely. Our Marines take some time to process and repair their equipment before taking off once more for Fort Nebraska. Dante takes down the outer perimeter defenses and gets them inside, where they find really only more bodies. Major Hatfield, their commanding officer, lies dead amongst mutated monsters and fellow soldiers, his cherished rapier laying beside him. Iona, deciding to carry on the legacy of his iconic sword, takes it and the crew moves on. They now only have one hope of getting off the moon, getting that space elevator up and running, and the desire for answers keeps them moving further and further into the lion's den. Our cherished rapier. And with that, my lovely crew of Marines, you guys are making your way into this west wing entrance. Once I actually get you guys on the page.
Making our way downtown, walking faster. Walking faster,
because,
running, keep running.
boop, there we go.
Can't you hear the music, Private Dante? It's time for running.
Time to move.
Gotta get the goofies out of my system because Silva is not a goofy woman. Where did we end up?
We are down.
At
There
the
we are.
entrance.
Well, we were inside the lobby last time we met, I think.
Yeah, we had like just busted a hole in the west lobby.
Yeah.
You guys are now in the west lobby, and as you guys step inside, the whole place is dark. You can
Use
tell
them
that
shimmer
something's
lights.
whatever caused power to go out, it happened here too. And the only thing that's really illuminating is what little light you're getting from your flashlights, that hole outside, and the red emergency lights every few meters along the walls.
It's fine.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Dante, I'm pretty sure it's very much not fine. That's all we can do for right now. Because this would have been like literally seconds ago, and it's been a month for us. Can you remind us again what the name of the our guest here is?
Eckford.
Eckford. Gotcha.
Yes.
Egbert. Got it. Okay. Oh, there it is. Eckford. Okay. Well, Miss Eckford, we're inside. What are you looking for now?
I have to get to sub-level 3,
Of course.
which from the looks of it, we may not be able to do until we get things up and running.
Well, let's go do that then.
Where will we
Where
go to get things
to
up and running?
First?
So
Probably the big main room here, right?
well, that's the commissary, which is like a
Just
dining
kidding.
hall.
Probably
Dining hall.
here in operations, where I can
Either
be.
that or the Apollo mainframe. Similarly.
The
Oh, Apollo mainframe. That's what Meg keeps talking about on Twitter. Let's definitely
Yeah.
go there. We're going there.
The Apollo mainframe, you guys would know, is basically the AI that kind of runs everything.
Hmm.
It's the operational system for the entire base.
So
So
that
yes,
makes
we
me
should go there.
awake.
See, I found the plot.
It only took us 6 episodes. Also, knowing the base pretty well, Captain Silva's going to recommend that we go first towards the Armory to see if there's anything we can do to kind of armor ourselves against whatever freakish monsters are outside.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so she'll
Tread lightly.
lead the charge down the hallway very stealthily.
Stealthily?
Stealthily.
If you're
she-
going stealthily, I will need some.
I mean, I assumed you'd want that, but it is required. She is a military woman, so therefore she knows how to. She knows that moments like this, you need to be fast and swift, but also cautious. And as soon as I find my character sheet, I will roll that for you.
Dante won't be far behind. And also sneaky. Do we all have to roll or just the
If you are all planning to be sneaky, then you would all need to roll sneakies.
Yes,
And that would
let's roll
be
sneakies.
mobility?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
This can only go well.
You sure about that?
That's why I said that.
Jesus Christ, everyone. Am I the only one who's been stealthy?
Dante, I need you to roll me a panic roll, please.
Somebody's being
Okay.
stealthy.
No. Can
Everyone
I?
success.
You know what? I have a story point. I might as well use it because.
That's true. Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna use a story point to succeed this, please, Mother.
Okay.
Yay! Figure we might as
In
well use
fact,
them.
the fact that we have never once called Meg
Same.
mother is not
That
okay
was
right
so
now.
jarring.
I am uncomfortable.
I'm only calling her Mother from now on.
Mhm.
So that was a success from me and
I'm
from
incredibly
Dante and from
uncomfy.
Iona.
Yeah. 'Cause I was
Panic
like,
roll,
oh, yeah.
please, Dante.
I've definitely called her Game Mother before.
Panic roll was that one. There's a button for it.
A
Hey,
button?
Yikes!
I'm
Maybe
actually
it's just a
relatively
tremble.
chill. Yeah, I was gonna say I know that. That's okay.
You're a little twitchy. I'm gonna double check, but I don't think that there's any penalties to anybody else around you for that one.
I love that we have panicked so much that we are familiar with what the dice numbers mean
Yeah.
at this point.
So until your panic stops, which is in the next turn, I believe. No,
Mhm.
next round. You suffer a -2 to your agility.
Okay. Oops.
So that's fine. We're going to walk slow. We're going to walk stealthily.
Sneaking.
And we're gonna put you at the back.
So if we have to run, then it'll catch you first.
Damn.
No, that's definitely not what Silva would do. So
Yeah.
A marching order would be important, though.
I did initially say Dante wouldn't be far behind Silva, but if we wanted to.
we'll say that I've paired up Iona and Dante just
Oh,
in
great.
case.
Thanks.
We'll put
Thanks.
Chaplin in the middle because he is a little bit squishy. And Silva will take the lead.
Not as squishy as he could be with his fucking laser arm.
Got a gun arm.
Yeah, he's pretty baller.
Yeah, I'll be in the very back because
Just because he has
I
got firepower
used-
doesn't mean he's not squishy.
Mhm.
He is just our
Oh, that's
warrant
correct.
officer.
It's glass cannon. There you go, if you will.
he's our wire cannon.
Okay.
How goes the hallway creep?
Anyways,
The hallway creep is not necessarily quiet.
Not as sneaky as it could be.
You guys don't really encounter anything as you walk, but you can hear gunfire like further out into the base and some shouting and what definitely sounds like one of the creatures that you've encountered shrieking. It seems like somebody else is very unlucky right now, but you guys seem relatively fine.
My problem.
When we get to the armory, I assume the door will be locked. The whole building
the
isn't
armory?
actually working, so it may not even open.
I can shoot more doors. So
I would not recommend that.
No.
Personally.
Yes. The grenade launcher at close range for door opening.
It's a
Sounds-
skeleton key. It opens any door.
Sounds
Oh my
totally
God.
appropriate.
I mean, technically.
Technically, I guess. But
But
regardless.
Okay.
So the armory, the door is actually kind of hanging open. Like you can push it open to get in.
That doesn't bode well.
And is there anything inside that I can
Don't
see
like that.
without going inside?
It's seems like there was a bit of a scramble. People were trying to get some weapons and get out. Looks like there was some gunfire, some acid burning on the outside here, but inside it's relatively untouched.
Is that a
There are
good
some decent weapons that are in lockers, some ammo, a few grenades that are handy. There's also
Yes, get grenades.
5 hazmat suits.
Yo.
The thing is that much like the rest of the halls in here, the weapons that are along the walls in the lockers have, for lack of a better term, been cocooned. That resin carapace that you've seen along the black resin carapace you've seen along the walls is basically what's over some of these weapons. If you wanted to get to them, you would have to break them out.
I'll turn my team and just say, can we make it from here, or should we attempt to get anything before we move on?
I mean, I'm relatively alright. Don't know about the rest of you. And
Well, I mean, I don't need ammo. I just
As
hold
much
up the
as I-
combat knife in one hand and the
As
sword
much
in
as
the
I
other.
don't want you to use a grenade indoors, how are we looking on stock?
I don't think I have any grenades.
are you probably more asking me, right?
I wouldn't mind having grenades though, because I never would like grenades.
I mean, I'm also sort of asking the GM because I'm assuming that someone like Private Hammer would probably have a few, but
Hammer has a couple left. I think most of you actually have at least 2.
I was gonna say I thought I had grenades.
I have a grenade launcher, and I don't think I even know how to find where my inventory of grenades is.
It would
it's
just be in
under
your
gear.
weapons or your gear.
Yeah. Oh, I actually don't have grenades.
Well, you have the grenade launcher,
Yeah.
the rocket launcher. So I mean,
Yeah.
You can assume.
And I have a grenade launcher too. I have 2 blowed up guns.
you are not going to be finding rounds for your RPG in here.
No,
But
I was
you-
about gonna. Yeah.
You can find some extra ammo ammo clips, and I'll say there's about 5 or 6 hand grenades.
We'll grab what we can without having to break into any of these, because I want to
Yeah.
be quick and get the fuck out of there before. And because I know from being in the station before that the stairs up should just be right around the corner.
Captain, before we start moving again, and that's Mason, who's kind of had his CBRN reader.
Remember what
Since you
CBR
guys
stands
left-
for?
It's the one that tracks biological and radiation.
hmm
And it's what you guys had used to kind of determine, like, hey, this stuff outside is a pathogen.
Yeah.
That's Mason. He's got his, and you can tell the machinery is picking up a very low readings of something, and Mason clarifies by saying it looks like maybe some of the heavier artillery downstairs, or maybe the reactor itself had an issue. Somewhere there's radiation leaking.
Well, that sounds awful.
Yeah,
can I
it's-
ask you, Game Mother? Oh, I see. So where is... Oh, the reactor is on sublevel 2. And would any of the ships in the hangar be nuclear powered, or do you think it's just the station is?
Repeat that for me.
Would any of the ships in the hangar on sublevel 1 be nuclear powered? Or is it most likely just the...
The ships themselves, no.
Cool.
You
But-
do know that in this base, they did keep nuclear warheads.
Oof. Probably somewhere in
the,
nuclear storage, I assume. Or ammo
yeah.
depot. Munitions. Oh, there's so many places it could be.
And I will also note that you guys aren't as familiar with this base as you might think, because most of you have only been here for this mission.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
Like, the only one who might have any sort of... There's 2 people who might have... 3, actually, have some kind of long-standing information. That would be Eckford. Dante was here for a little bit before getting put on the mission, and Charlie.
Wouldn't we have gotten some kind of... I mean, they might have not shown us the more complex inner workings, but can I imagine that we had at least a map of the first 2 levels?
You can have an idea of what the first 2 levels might be like, based on just signs around the fort and also just the layout from what you've seen.
That makes
Since
sense.
you did start here, you just started in pretty much in sub-level 1 before you left.
I will keep that in mind moving forward.
Okay.
And just so I understand it a little bit, on the map there are these like little hallways that are outside of the main hallways. Are those like air ducts or what?
You're talking about these?
Yeah, those, yeah.
Yes, those are air ducts.
Cool.
Oh.
Basically,
Not
these
at all
little
terrifying.
points, these little points where they're connected to the wall, those are access points. The bigger points are junctions, and they can be used to kind of move throughout the base into certain areas, at least.
Though people wouldn't fit through those, right?
People can actually fit through them.
Oh, they're
You'd have to go one at a time, but you could do it.
Okay.
Look, they wouldn't be on the map if we weren't supposed to use them.
They're like those access tunnels kind of thing. It's
They're
just
Jeffrey's tubes.
Yeah.
wires hanging. Yeah, Jeffrey's tubes. Just wires hanging everywhere and tubes in odd locations. And okay, I get it. Okay, well, good to know for the future. Now that I've said it, I'm scared that it's going to come up very shortly. And so I'm going to hush. I'm going to kind of rush everyone out of the armory, closing it behind me, and I'm going to head down the hallway towards where I think the stairs are.
Okay. Are you continuing to move stealthily? Are you guys looking at the hazmat suits now that you've been told there's radiation? Or...
So we were wearing some kind of suit from the ship.
Only a couple were.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We only had like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Only a few people were, and those were, I believe, pressure suits.
Oh right, they weren't hazmat. They were just like suits that were in the ship. I think probably we would grab a few, and I know that y'all are gonna attempt to argue with me again, but I'm gonna hand out the suits to everyone except for me for right now.
Oh yeah, I was like, there's 5 suits. We have enough for all of us, but there are more NPCs.
Yeah, no. So anyone who's not wearing one of the pressure suits, she's gonna give a hazmat suit to, and that's probably our good friend Ms. Eckford first, and then whoever else is ready to take them.
I was gonna say I know Dante's got the pressure suit, and he's just kind of like hands off now because he's just like, I'm good.
Eckford is taking a hazmat. Charlie obviously does not have to worry.
Hey.
He is a synthetic individual with a gun for an arm. He does not give a shit about anything.
So we'll give one to Iona. We'll give one to Eckford. We'll give one to these two down
Without
here.
Fighting this time.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then I guess because of last time's debacle, I'll take the last one because they're all gonna be. They're all gonna.
Everyone pointing guns at each other, being like, "No, you take the safe thing."
No,
not
I want to give up my life to the cause.
Let's see. Looking for an appropriate token icon to indicate that you're wearing
Orange.
just orange, straight up orange.
Yes, orange.
Just orange. I can't see the actual token if I do that.
Isn't there like an actual radiation symbol? I thought.
I thought so too, but it doesn't
guess-
look like.
You mean that
Oh.
one?
Maybe.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Ah, there you are. I see you now. I'm
Look-
not blind.
Look at all of us.
I don't want to mess with the token like that. I want to take off the orange thing. Okay, so there is. Are you giving it to Hammer?
Let's give it to Hammer.
Hammer's gonna say no.
And I'm going to say yes.
I'm so sorry that nobody listens to you.
I'm gonna get you
I'm
all
not. Hammer just likes
court-martialed.
to argue.
As soon as we're back, you're all getting court-martialed for ignoring me.
Court-martial. Joke's on you.
I didn't
Not how
ignore
court
you.
martialing works, Captain.
No, I don't. And I don't care. You're all goddamn rude.
I didn't ignore you. You just told me that I wasn't particularly useful and then demanded I put on a suit, and I said give it to somebody more useful.
We've got Z, we've got Hammer, and we've got. Who's this individual here? I cannot read the thing.
That's me.
Dante?
Yeah, from Devil May Cry.
Ah, I see. If Dante's gonna refuse to take it, then he'll hold on to it.
Yeah.
He'll bitch about it, but
It's like, nah.
I will
I'm good.
leer over him until someone takes
he
it.
does not care. He will fight you.
Catch these hands.
He's also scooping a couple of those grenades.
Is this this up ladder that's over to the right here? Is this like a literal ladder, or is it like a lift, or what's going on here?
It is a ladder.
Very fancy. I love it. Let's do it.
Yeah, the first level to the second doesn't actually have an elevator for some reason. It just has ladder junctures.
See, I couldn't tell if the little circles were elevators, and then like there were ladders inside the tubes.
There should be a couple of squares that are labeled lift or elevator.
Oh, fancy.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna send everyone up one at a time. I'll have Dante lead and be the last one up.
Let's go.
as you guys are rounding this corner, you start seeing that more and more of this building has been cocooned, and you actually start seeing Marines and officials have been fixated to the walls. A lot of them are unconscious. You can hear off over here what sounds like somebody is probably being dragged or forced somewhere they don't want to be. But you guys are moving up to the second level?
Yep.
What was the marching order? You said Silva was going last?
Yep.
And I'm going first.
If you guys want to move up to that second North Bastion level, or I can move
Eat
you up.
myself. Meow.
No. What happened there? What just happened?
Who's crunching?
Someone's making a lot of noise.
Somebody is not very happy about their predicament, it sounds like. Alright, so you guys are now up on the second level. This area is not... doesn't seem to have as much resin going on. It seems like a lot of it was on the lower floor. However, it's still crawling. It seems like they're starting to make their way up here. Like they've run out of room. So you are seeing more people fixated to the walls. Some of them have their chests burst open.
Silva's going to try not to look at any one of them. Just like she can't be sidetracked basically right now because she has a mission and she has people to take care of, and
Who aren't crested to the wall.
she just doesn't want to get sucked in is a weird word to say it, but doesn't want to get sucked into anything that might distract from her mission. She's gonna first turn to Charlie and say, Charlie, do you know anything about the Apollo mainframe that takes care of this whole base?
To be honest, it's a little above my station, but I can always make some attempts to find out any more information.
I think you might be our best bet anyway, so we're going to try it and see how it goes. I think it makes the most sense to head towards the center of the building. So she's going to keep on heading up, like, north.
Hallway.
Okay.
Dante is not far behind.
She's going to ask Hammer to stay out in the hallway and make sure that he has at least that area covered. And then, what is our other NPC that I can?
NPC.
Just been calling him Z.
Oh yeah, Mendic or whatever. I'm gonna ask them to be in the other hallway,
Something.
keeping eye out there. So we should, if anyone tries to come in on us, then we'll have a bit of time to react.
Okay. So who all is going into the mainframe?
I think it's Silva and Charlie at least.
Oh,
If any of you else want to
go in or stay out.
go somewhere else,
Sorry.
that's fine with me. But
I was gonna say Dante's gonna hang around, but
Yeah.
more like at the door. Just kind of keep an eye out either way.
I
And
can
also
go
have,
by this door.
Yeah.
So
and
Make sure all entrances are guarded, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring Eckford in as well because no need having her stand out in the hallway.
I'm
Okay.
She
also
might
going
know a
to-
thing or two.
I'm also gonna just swap to my service pistol, and have that at the ready.
Okey-doke. So it takes a second to get. You have to force this door open a bit because it's sealed. But you're able to pretty much strong arm it and get through. Inside, you find what's essentially a very large central terminal with 8 stations along the walls outside of it. And at one of them, and the second this door opens, Charlie, I need you to make me a manipulation roll.
Ooh. Where is that?
It's on the wit side, isn't it? No. Empathy.
Oh, down the bottom. There we go. That's a 0.
Okay.
Not very manipulative.
So you guys get that door open, and you see sitting, head kind of actually turned towards you with eyes open at the third terminal. There is a woman slumped over the terminal.
Commander, it seems there is someone here.
Is she alive?
Can I go and check?
Roll it again for me, Charlie.
What was that, manipulation again?
Yes, please.
All right. That's 2 successes.
Okay. So you are good.
Good for what?
You'll find out.
Oh no.
I don't like that.
That's not good. Excuse me, Meg. That's not what good means.
I'll go up to the woman and, announcing my presence. I'm like, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We are here to recover all living life forms and extract them from this premises. Who are you? And I'll kind of place a hand on her shoulder.
She is unresponsive and very cold to the touch. But as you're now in contact with the person, starting to interact with her, you recognize who this is, Charlie. And you notice that lumped up that arm that she's slumped on top of, there's actually a wire jutting out from it. It seems to be connected to the terminal in front of her.
Ah. I see.
You very clearly recognize that this person is asynthetic.
I guess I'll unplug her from the terminal.
You're removing the wire?
Yeah, I'll remove the wire and I'll hold it up to the commander and sort of gesture.
Does disconnecting this synthetic do anything, Meg?
Disconnecting her, there's no noticeable difference in the room around you. She slowly starts to become more responsive. She reacts. She blinks a couple of times, almost like she's booting up.
Keep an eye on her, Charlie. And
I will do.
Try to figure out what she was doing.
I have a feeling I may have some insight, but I believe it may not be best to dwell on this currently. What do you believe is the best plan of action?
Well, as someone said, somewhere there's a leak in the station. I can only imagine that's part of the reason why we have no power. We need to get down to sub-level 3. God knows what Miss Eggford is hiding down there. But I can only imagine if we want to get down there, we're going to have to get some power back to the facility.
You will. You won't be able to access the elevators to get down to sub-level 3 without the reactor up and running and sweet-talking Apollo into getting the lifts running.
So that needs to be our number 1 priority. Is getting at least power to the lifts and as much power as possible to the reactor.
And only one of us can sweet talk a computer as a computer.
I guess I'll try my best. And I guess with that, he will unceremoniously push the woman onto the floor, draw the chair up, and plug himself in.
All right, you didn't have to go that hard, but damn.
He's got no time to waste.
So, plugging yourself into the mainframe as a note is going to render you unconscious, like it was with her. It's going to basically render you as chaplain unusable. Is that something you want to
So when I
continue with?
unplugged her, did she kind of spark back into life, or is she like still out?
She's coming around. She's moving.
In that case, he wouldn't plug himself straight in. If that's the case.
Fuck it, plug it in.
Or,
Plug it in, plug it in.
or yeet her.
Yeah, if he sees her starting to come around, he's not plugged himself in just yet.
Yeah, she is getting up. Did you want to do anything with the terminal while you're there? Because it is currently running. It's running on reserve battery. You can't access any, like most major things, but you can see some of the information.
So what kind of things can I kind of see a list of things that have been accessed or are currently accessed?
So it seems like because it is on reserve power, most of what you can see is that there was a biological weapons breach on sub-level 3. And before the fort could really go into lockdown, power went out. At some point, there was a notice of the radiation leak. It doesn't really tell you where the levels are strong, but it says that, hey, we recognize this is here. Like I said, you can't access any of the main functions. You can't mess with the elevators. You can't mess with the lights or power or anything like that. Not until the reactor is back up and running. You see some things about that's referenced a few times about Project Life Force, but it seems like a lot of the actual information going further into that has been scrubbed. If you really want more information, you're going to have to get the reactor up and running.
We've heard Project Life Force before. Have we?
You have. Several times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eckford has said it. Wright has said it. The United Progressions people have said it. It's come up a few times, but there hasn't really been any answers.
Okay.
So, Meg, you said
People
there's
who
no
turned
way
into
to get
things
to the
have said it.
sub-levels without power, but there's no way to get power without fixing the reactor?
You can't get to sub-level 3 without direct access to power.
Gotcha.
Because that's only accessible via lifts.
How would we access sub-level 1 from level 1?
You would go down.
We can't get to sub-level 3 through the vents, right?
No, you cannot.
Bummer. Hey, people down there gotta breathe. I don't know.
Let's see.
Pretty sure only accessible by lift is a fire code violation, just saying.
They don't care about that.
I was gonna say, you think they fucking care about fire safety?
Iona cares about fire safety, okay?
So it looks like judging. Okay. So there is an access point from the gantry.
That's what I
This
was
elevator
kind of
over
wondering if that's what is a thing.
That will let you go down into sub-level 1.
Wait, did you say it's this here? Sorry, not that. This here?
Yeah.
Doesn't that connect to just
Which-
level 1? Isn't that down here?
It goes all the way down.
Okay, interesting. Good to know.
Yeah, most of the ladders, unless it says something specifically, go up and down to the next level. This one does not really add up because of how the loading bay is set up. This is technically in this area. Like right under you. So this gantry goes right over this juncture right here.
Okay, gotcha. So it would end up like here, basically.
So line up that square that's right here on the top of the gantry. That lines up with the square that's on the bottom of the loading dock. The cargo
Yeah, this one here.
thing.
Mhm.
Yep.
Commander, I fear that there have been a number of security breaches, perhaps from inside the facility itself, and I have no substantial evidence to prove otherwise, except from the conclusions I've managed to draw that this individual may be the cause of such things.
You think the synthetic caused the malfunctions?
I believe so.
I don't know their name, so I can't give them one. But
My name is JL. And no, I did not cause the security breaches.
well, welcome back.
We finally meet face to face.
I'm not sure I know what you're referring to.
No? How unfortunate. I'm sure Lance Corporal Wright would be delighted to see you if it were not for your doing.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know a Lance Corporal Wright. Who are you talking about? If you would like to roll something, you can definitely do that.
Are you rolling for nudge, nudge, wink, wink right now? Because it kind of sounds like you are.
Sounds like the equivalent of a sense motive.
Whoa.
Vibe
exactly what I'm
check.
Doing a vibe check.
Exactly what I'm doing.
I don't think I have the emote anymore.
That would end up being a manipulation roll.
Oh, I do.
Let's
give it
get
a whirl.
vibe checked.
Bang. I want to use one of my super points to
Super
succeed.
point.
Your super
Super
points.
Use my super points.
Superman.
I don't want no successes. I want many successes.
Is anybody else adding to it?
I have
Is
no clue
anybody
what's
else
going
wanting
on,
to roll a vibe
so I have
check?
no idea.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll roll vibe checks. I like vibe checks.
You have a knife, you can definitely like
I have
vibe
a
check.
knife that
pretty
means I'm
loudly.
very attuned to vibes.
Very loud vibe check.
I'm just waiting on it.
I know, I'm sorry. I have a lot of...
It's okay.
Tabs.
I understand.
I have a lot of windows and a tiny screen.
I
I
feel
got
that.
nothing.
Do you want to use a super point?
No, I don't want to use a super point.
You might as well use them or lose them.
All right, fine. If you
Reminder,
Yeah,
there's
you
also
don't-
another session after this.
Yeah, I was gonna say no.
I still got one left. No, I'm gonna keep my super points.
I just really wanted to say super points again.
I a little bit did
Hey,
too.
even though super points is not the correct term, it's
It
still
is
better than
now.
pocket juice.
Ooh.
Oh no, I've got the game mother to start cackling. This is bad.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
If my super point reveals pocket juice, I'm not going to be best pleased.
Synthetic pocket juice.
No, that's just milk.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's organic pocket juice.
No.
I
so-
always knew that City of Mist would come back to haunt me forever.
You knew.
Yeah, I did set myself up for that one.
Okay, but
Anyway,
in all
back to
seriousness,
seriousness.
I'm so glad magic juice.
she tried to shake your faith, and you are not having it, Charlie. You know for a fact the shit she's trying to do.
Gaslighting.
Girl boss.
Hey, this is against the first law of robotics. Robots can't lie. Wait, that might not be the first. Anyway.
I don't know. Can't they?
So, Al, what do you do?
Just gonna, he's very emotionless. And it just stares blankly and goes, I'm afraid you're incorrect. You knew exactly who Lance Corporal Wright was when you had me murder her.
Gasp. What? 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 What?
I'm sorry, Commander. I was not under my own control. Instead, for the first half of our mission, I was under the orders of someone else, involuntary. And unfortunately, there is a reason that none of the missing souls that we found have survived to this point, and it was my doing entirely. I would simply wait for one of you to leave, be left alone with them, enacting some form of medical care, and deliver a substantial overdose, enough to kill any living person. As I said, my actions were not my own. Something was controlling me, and I believe beyond all doubt that it was coming from her.
Interesting. What changed, Charlie? How do I know I can trust you now?
Well, you could either trust me before with all those bodies and something changed and then you trust me now, or they were all mere accidents and something changed and you should not trust me now and instead trust this woman.
And what exactly was her motive then, Charlie?
I have no idea. Whatever has fate has also befallen this place. I wouldn't believe it too much of a stretch of the imagination to believe that they will tie in somewhere.
So
Why would someone not want those people saved?
what you would know from your experience is that her subconscious was basically tied to yours. So you have a good knowledge of what she knows as well. Her motive for doing that was the preservation of Project Life Force and to aid Colonel Myers.
It all seems to come back to this project. I've heard it several times. And to keep the integrity of the project. It seems whoever is running such a thing wouldn't go, well, whatever lengths to keep it secret and secure and safe, even if it means destroying an entire colony.
Charlie, I still don't believe that this was, well, not an accident. If they were trying to protect themselves, why cause all this mayhem?
Perhaps they had what they needed. I needed anyone else that knew of the project out of the way. I don't have the answers. All I have is the happenstance.
What do you think we should do with her?
I'm afraid that is far beyond my station.
Well, we're not bringing her along. And if what you say is correct, we shouldn't leave her here. Can you deactivate her, Charlie?
I can certainly try.
Here.
Robot
time.
on robot violence.
Violence.
Love it.
She is absolutely not going down without an argument and says, if you deactivate me, you're not going to have the access codes to be able to help everyone who's in cryo on sub-level 3.
Cryo. And
Cryostasis.
well, no, I know what that means, but I'm going to turn with a jolt to our good friend, Ms. Eckford. Remind me, Meg, this is a stupid question to ask. I did not know about this before J.O. What did she say her name was? J.O.?
JL.
So before J.L. said anything? Did Ms. Eckford, I cannot say that name right, say anything about people in cryo?
No, she did not.
Who exactly are you going for, Ms. Eckford? And why are they worth saving over my crew?
I wasn't going for anyone down there.
Okay.
To see, if I wanted to see Myers, that would be ideal, but I don't think the woman in there is going to let us. Even before all this, she had a nasty habit of following that man around like a dog.
She's talking about JL.
Yes. I think she may just be conditioned to follow his orders.
Where is what's his name right now? The Colonel. Do we know?
I have no idea. And JL seems like she doesn't actually know either. Seems like whatever happened with Myers happened after she went under, which would have been right before the team was assembled.
Gotcha. Oh, so this is the part of where my human brain is not quite understanding, or trying not to pay attention to what my character brain knows. Is it safe to assume that Charlie went rogue after that weird electrical storm? Where he like short-circuited?
You could take it as two different ways. You could take it as, like he said, Jail was controlling him from the start, and that electrical storm caused him to reboot once the disconnection was severed.
Okay.
Or it could have been she took advantage of the electrical storm and tapped into him. But
Definitely juiced some people before then, though.
so it's kind of up in the air. Are you going to trust the comrade you've been traveling with, or are you going to trust this random droid that you found in?
So this is something I am not going to say lightly, Al, because it does affect how you want to play the rest of the game. But Captain Silva is going to ask you to stay here and take control of Apollo to the best of your ability. And so you can
Very
decide,
well, Captain.
You can decide if you want to do that or not.
If that's what you wish.
Now, are you okay with taking up a different character in the meantime, then? If that means you're going to leave Chaplin behind.
Sure.
Who do we have set up as your secondary?
Mason.
Mason? Okay.
Oh, good. We can. That'll be good too, because that means we can check in with Mason for before we head down into the toxic wasteland. But Captain Silva is still going to ask Charlie to. I mean, can Charlie not disconnect, not dismantle, just take down jail?
Deactivate?
Deactivate. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. My brain, it's not working right now.
I mean, I
There
have
isn't
long
really a
knife. I can
direct way to
deactivate her.
deactivate a synthetic without overcharging it
Yeah,
Or
I wasn't really sure.
sabotaging something.
I wasn't sure how that worked.
Lots of shooting.
Because it's not like
Oh,
it's not really a
goodness.
droid. It's like, yeah.
BRB, I'm realizing I didn't give any of you guys your agendas for this act.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're in a third act. Oh no.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
you are.
Oh,
You guys.
I didn't
Oh.
realize we're in for that act.
Uh-oh.
Yep,
Yeah,
you guys
I was
are
just
in.
like, oh,
Oh,
Well,
no.
While we mess up the overlay and do that kind of stuff, do you want to take a really quick intermission?
Yeah,
And
let's
we
go
can-
over.
Okay, cool. BRB
Dun,
fan.
dun.
We are back, guys, and we just had a rather dramatic moment where we found out there was another synthetic controlling, supposedly, Charlie. We have swapped over. Charlie is now trying to get Apollo up and running while everybody else is moving to try to kickstart that reactor. For the time being, our lovely Charlie is indisposed, and Al has taken over playing Mason, our resident CBRN expert. And for that, I don't know the full acronym, but he specializes in like biological and radiology and all that kind of stuff. But
Science nerd.
He's got
big
the,
science nerd.
What's
From
the
doctor to science. There you
what's
go.
the Star Trek thing they always have? That's just like everything in one.
phaser.
No, not their phaser.
No, well, the phaser.
The
no.
thing.
Yeah.
The tricorder?
Tricorder. There
Yeah.
we go.
How am I getting
If-
all of the references right now?
You've got a tricorder, man.
Space. But not spooky space.
Before we leave, I'm gonna check in with I forget who I left outside. I think it was Hammer. And
Hammer and Z are outside in that hall you guys had come in through. I think Iona went to this side after getting everything open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dante was hanging out with somebody.
me. I'm just vibing.
I like how, for some reason, the little tunnels go directly from the bathrooms into the ladder, because that makes sense. So I'm trying to figure out how I would know where to go next.
You wouldn't. However, you would be able to pull up at least the map of the base on Apollo.
Gotcha. So she's gonna run through the map as far as she can have has access to.
Everything except sub-level 3.
That's
is
what I
visible.
assumed. Yeah, she's gonna quickly memorize the path that she needs to go to, and recognize that the only way down is through the gantry, which connects down to sub-level 1. So she's gonna check in with Hammer, who's outside on the western side, or western to us,
Yes.
eastern to them. It's like when you're like thinking upside down, like what would be east and west. Anyway, just check in to make sure that there's nothing suspicious that he's seen.
I haven't seen anything yet, but it sounds like some of these fuckers are crawling through the walls. You can hear them moving.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually are. Keep an eye on all the vents before we move on. Keep quiet and down. And Mason, let me know if those levels get a little bit too high, okay? Take that as
That's-
okay.
Say that to you, Al, not me anymore.
I'll get used to it.
So we're gonna less stealth and more speed. We're gonna kind of head towards the gantry. Such a great word.
Gantry.
I don't know why I think it's a good word, but it's a good word.
Is everybody going?
Yeah.
Do you
Hang
want
on.
everybody to go, or do you want people to kind of stay around Apollo with Charlie?
I was gonna suggest that someone stay behind and watch over this maniacal synthetic, I guess, because we can't shut her down. Let's leave Z behind because we can't say his name anyway.
That's a good
Z is
reason to
the
leave him.
designated android watcher.
I am gonna. I think. I'm pretty sure this is Z, right?
This is Z.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was gonna ask.
This one
him to
is Iona.
awesome.
Yeah.
Then let's skedaddle.
I get a marching order, please.
I'm gonna have Hammer take the lead. Dante, you can join him if you like.
Sure thing. Oop.
And again, I'll keep my squishiest men in the middle with Eckford and Mason. And well, actually, no. Mason's a gunnery sergeant. I imagine he's not that squishy. I think
Traumatized, but not squishy.
I think just because he has the tricorder, I'm just like, you're the smart guy. You shouldn't be in line of fire.
That's valid.
You're an engineer, right? No, I'm not. You're an engineer.
You are now, nerd.
Nerd. But yeah, I think that's a good order, and we'll go that way. As always, Silva taking up the rear.
Was he
We're
up
going
the
to
rear?
the gantry,
Is
the gantry, the gantry.
Iona gonna be with him? With her?
I will be in the back.
Backing up.
You know,
Backing
so I
up.
can stab anyone that follows us.
Backing up, backing up, backing up.
Okay.
We have the rights to that song, right?
Oh.
We can use that on stream.
So, as you guys are moving down this hallway, I need Dante and Hammer up front, right?
Yep.
Roll me observation, please. So this is fitting. You catch the movement of what you can tell just from how quickly it moves in that black exoskeleton. One of those things is slinking their way up from as you pass by this vent here.
Shoot it.
And you're immediately gonna shoot it?
Let the GM finish her goddamn sentence.
Sorry. Yes.
Good instincts, but calm down.
It's as you walk by, it climbs up from the floor and looks at you and starts to move towards you and then kind of stops and retreats. Crawls into that vent and leaves.
Now you can shoot it.
Yeah.
Are you shooting it?
Yes, I'm shooting it. I'm still gonna fucking shoot it.
Oh, why would you do that? Oh, no.
Because if it's going, it can go get things. More things. I don't know. Shooting it.
Go for it.
Give me this attack roll. Wait, hang on. Do I just outright attack roll, right?
Uh,
I can't remember the system if it's like.
there should be a ranged and a hi, welcome raiders. There should be a ranged and a close combat.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if you're shooting it, that would be a range.
Right. No, I was just like on the sheet itself. Like once you choose the drop down, you can just hit attack next to it, and I think that rolls everything for you. It should.
Mhm.
It should, yes.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
I don't know what
Whoa.
the bacteria is, but it's such a cool name.
Okay, that's fitting. I need you to You're taking a stress point from that regardless.
Right.
So with that, I need you to roll 1 stress die.
Stress die. Yeah. Eat. Stress dice. Thanks.
Helpful.
Or was it just a what's the stress die again? That's just a D.
It's the yellow d6. Did it ask you for a modifier?
It did, but
Just put 1.
all right. That's
Okay, you are good, but I do need you to make me a panic
yeah.
and take that stress point.
I did take the stress point.
What is a 9?
9. It's a little bit better than, well, a little bit worse
What's going
than
on?
Shaky Boy.
A little bit worse than Shaky Boy. So let's, if I can get my thing to act right, because for some reason it doesn't want to. A 9 is drop item.
Fuck, that's my gun.
So you you see this thing and you jump and you're like, Jesus, and just instead of pulling that trigger, you just drop it. Your hand's a little bit twitchy regardless, you know that, but this time it didn't work out so great for you.
Dang it.
So
Gee.
I'm glad to know
I'll
So
drop
many
your gun.
successes as well.
and
Right.
you also take another stress point.
So many successes for not.
Or not.
Look at this
Unfortunately,
beautiful
when
cascade.
you have to roll panic, it cancels all that out.
Yeah.
Where is this thing? Where is this? I'm in the process of looking for a thing, but Hammer, he's a little slow on the trigger. The thing's it's already gone by the time he realizes you're shooting at something. So it's like, God damn it, get your shit together, Dante.
I love that Hammer's personality is just swearing.
Done
We have
pickings
to
with
stay
him.
consistent.
You say I swear.
Where is this?
Well, did anyone else see that, or was that just us two? I mean, I'm sure they saw. me
That was
shooting at
just
it.
y'all. You were the only ones close enough to see it.
Mm. Mm.
But that's the only thing. You guys can get to that gantry and go down to sub-level 1.
Can I pick up my gun?
Yes, you can pick up your gun if you would like.
Yes, I would like to keep my gun, even if like it didn't do me any fucking favors this time.
Where the hell is this?
Captain Silva is going to kind of turn the corner and see you picking up your gun, and just put a hand on your shoulder and say, "That thing better be glued to your hands. I don't want you dropping it whenever something scurries around these halls. You understand me?"
A little too late for that. Sorry, Captain.
I said, "Do you understand me, Dante?"
Yes, sir.
There you go. With that, she's going to join the people gathering in the gantryway. There's nothing exciting here, I hope.
No, there's not really anything going on again. Yes, Sir Heck, pluses are good. In this case, they add additional die to your pool to roll.
Let's do this thing. I think we're just staying in the same order and descending.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys will climb down to sub-level 1. This is where you guys had loaded up your APC and left the base. Right now, it's kind of in flames. Looks like a dropship had crashed into the bay and is burning. Everything in here is charred and black, and it can be really dangerous if you guys decide to venture further in. From what you can tell from preliminary look, there's not really anything that's salvageable. There might be a couple of power loaders, but you'd be trying to get through some fire to get to them.
Not fireproof.
Give me a second.
Iona, are you just hanging out up there?
Iona just hasn't
No, I'm
moved
sorry. I
again.
was reading my character sheet.
Valid.
Help.
I'll move you, it's fine.
Oh, it's fine. I can find me.
I got you.
You have been yoinked.
Ah. I was
Okay,
like,
you're doing that.
I-
I'm looking for a specific handout that for some reason isn't in this.
Oh well, it's not there. I guess we just have to go without it.
Well, it's
Bummer.
specific to a character, so
Uh-oh.
This map is real confusing, y'all. I don't understand
Yeah, I
it.
It's
know.
got so
In
many
the
different layers
slightest.
and
I
so
know.
many
I
weird
know.
arrangements.
I know. I should have separated them all into different things, but
It's okay.
It's fine.
you live and you learn.
It would be
Hindsight
confusing.
2020.
you
all
There's
that
just like
jazz.
stairs that go into different areas, and I don't understand.
Stereos.
Tunnel from.
So Mason's
sub-level
gonna grab
one.
the captain's shoulder and be like, and just kind of like, what? So all those guys that we tried to rescue, we also killed them. They'd be alive if we hadn't gone on the rescue mission.
Something tells me they would be dead anyway, so I can't think about that right now, Mason. I'm sorry, but yes. That.
And then what are those things out there? I mean, we just saw people. Their skin seemed to, but those things burst out of them. Like, are we going to have that happen to us?
Okay, well, I wasn't nervous, but now I'm definitely nervous. Thanks, Mason.
Mason, you keep that hazmat suit under wraps, and
Mm-hmm.
it tears. You tell me that instant, okay? I don't know what it is, and what the fucked up machinations of this fucked up station are, but whatever it was, they had some weird plans. Before I keep role-playing with Mason for a sec, I'm utterly confused how to get to sub-level 2. What the fuck?
We'll just say you keep going down that ladder.
Cool.
I was like, I see plenty of stairs.
Because there's like stairs that lead to other stairs that lead to tunnels that don't go
So-
anywhere.
There's so many stairs.
So many stairs.
Oh, I thought those were all elevators.
MC Escher would love this.
Yeah, go down one of those and you end up here in this little alcove here.
I love this plan. Okay. Because basically, what we're realizing is, I'm going to turn to Mason. We're down on this lower level now that I have to move my character again. Hold on.
Yeah.
Ah, beans.
Keeping you on your
The
toes.
wrong way. Okay. Oh no, not there. There we
Like,
go.
I have to zoom in so far to
I
read
know.
all the little words, and then I have to zoom all the way back out.
To scoot
Just to
efficiently. Yeah.
So in Silva's head, the way that we need to move forward is that probably the reactor has malfunctioned, and we need to head towards maintenance for that. Obviously, none of us are trained nuclear physicists, as far as I know.
Well, no.
Well, actually, in my backstory,
Listen, I've had a desk job this whole time. What else have I been reading?
You have a backstory? I didn't write that for you.
Listen, I've had a month to think about it.
Okay.
so basically, what I was
So-
trying to say is basically that what we need to do here is travel down the power walk. Yes, there's literally a place called the power walk, and get us to the maintenance hub.
So,
I'm gonna turn to Mason first and say, so, is the leak coming from in there, or from the far more dangerous weapons bay?
Beep, 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 beep.
It
He's gonna
is-
look at his little pit machine.
definitely on this level. It doesn't exactly give you a direction because this whole floor is just flooded with radiation. So that means anybody who is not wearing a hazmat suit.
Fuck.
Remember that time I literally gave you an order and you refused?
Yeah.
It's fine.
So every turn, which is about every 5 to 10 minutes that you're down here, you take a point of radiation.
And pressure suit does nothing.
Pressure suit does not help you here.
Always listen to your captain, kids. Aye, aye.
Oh, do it now.
Life lessons.
It's too hard to tell, Captain. The radiation's pouring in from everywhere. This entire floor is. Well, if anyone's still here, they're not going to be alive for long.
Well, then anyone who didn't take a hazmat suit should probably be quick about it.
Tell me twice.
Glaring at Dante.
Daggers. We all know daggers, right? Daggers. Anyway,
We're familiar with knives.
I'm very familiar with daggers, yes.
I thought you might be, yeah.
So, as you guys had descended into here, you can notice that technically it looks like that the personnel level of the space elevator is docked here. It's inaccessible. This whole section has been partially caved in, so you cannot access that airlock.
Hmm.
Now, that being said, there is more of that black resin coating the walls and the floors as you start moving inwards.
So does it feel like something came from here or went to here? Did it get
Came
into
to here.
the... Okay, I was going to say, did it get into the fusion tower and then escape? Or did it seek out the fusion tower?
It seems like it came here. Like everything else, they've been finding every nook and cranny they can to try to turn into their nest.
You don't think those things feed off the radiation, do you?
I don't know what they feed off of. Pretty sure they feed off of us, but
Gonna say
not
they
a bad
definitely
guess.
help us.
Do you guys want to move down towards the reactor?
We're heading down
I mean,
towards
not want to.
what is
but
labeled as the maintenance pit, which is, again, such a great term.
Okay. Down towards the maintenance pit. That carapace gets a lot thicker, and you start seeing more bodies lining the wall. You can hear movement further up you go.
Eyes on the mission, everyone.
Like people movement or like
You just hear movement.
Creepy
Creepy thing
crawly
movement.
movement.
Okay.
Just movement. Seems like sounds like maybe something's being dragged.
Nope, do not like.
Like a tail or something, or people, or
Sounds heavy, whatever it is. As you do walk further in, you see more and more bodies just stacked shoulder to shoulder. Every now and then, as you walk past one, they twitch.
Like with recognition, or with like.
These people definitively look like they're probably not alive. Some of them do have their chests burst open, staring wide-eyed, and coated in that resin. Some of them might shift like they're taking a breath, a very shaky inhale, and twitch and convulse.
But this is more like when a body is dead and it like contracts. Like it's not actually moving. It's like just physical reaction.
Or there's something in it that's
Physical
moving.
reaction. And as you're wondering that, you do see what may be the culprit. As I know, you did get a +2 proper to a roll.
Sounds good.
Thanks to Sir Heck. But you kind of get an answer as somebody seems to jerk and jolt, and then their chest bursts open, and very real kind of shriek gets let out by this creature that forces its way through the chest cavity, the ribs, and the carapace before as linking down and scurrying off.
Dante, are you gonna say it or me?
Shoot it.
Shoot it!
Yeah. Shoot it.
That is a stress point for y'all because y'all have not seen a chest burster yet.
No. Also, I only have 1 point of radiation so far. Should I add another?
I will let you know.
Okay.
Are you gonna be like the student who's like, but hey, you didn't give us any homework?
Listen,
Don't be that kid.
you guys are fine. This is.
Yeah, but you have the big gun.
We'll say that in the time that it took to get to the maintenance pit, that's about how long it takes before that first tick goes up.
Okay.
So you're good for a minute now.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as you said it, I was just like, should probably do that before I forget. Jumping the gun on giving myself a radiation poisoning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna usher Eckford into the maintenance pit, and I don't know what kind of technical know-how she has, but I'm gonna put her to work immediately at trying to check what's wrong with our good friend, the nuclear power generator.
So
I mean, I'm also gonna be doing that thing, but together we're working on it.
Together we're working on it.
Mhm.
So
Teamwork makes the dream work.
you guys step into this pit, and she immediately takes a step back as you guys watch a tall, shambling creature kind of toss a body into the pit before it shambles off again. Doesn't seem to have noticed you guys.
Excuse me. When you say threw it into the pit,
Like
What
the
do
As
you
in-
maintenance.
really
as in-
need?
As in, it dropped it in here with you guys.
And is it just a body?
They're breathing, but not great.
Do we recognize the body as anybody we know?
Not personally. This is just another soldier. Seems that they are unresponsive.
What if we throw the body back out of the pit?
Yeah.
Can we not go around throwing bodies, everyone?
Yeah.
If Iona does it, Dante's gonna help.
Silva steals her gaze, and if Eckford's not going to join, he's going to grab Mason, and we're going to start looking at the computers.
Eckford's a bit reluctant to go further in with that. She's kind of edging the wall. Not wanting to go back down the hall by herself, but not really wanting to be in there either.
So with that, Mason's gonna wander back down the hall, take out the flamethrower that he has, and start flaming the bodies on.
Oh no!
You're lighting everything
He
up?
backs up towards the maintenance pit, setting fire to absolutely everything. Any biocontaminated subjects that may or may not still be alive, all the way down this corridor they just traveled down.
Oh god, what have I done?
So the whole
I've
thing's
created a
incinerated.
pyromaniac.
Oh, Steve.
So we're torching everything in the hall?
Torching everything.
Okay. Then I am going to need you guys to roll initiative, because as you start hearing the shrieks and what people who are still somewhat there are alive, the screaming and then the shrieks of the chest bursters as the flames reach through and sear them, you hear responding shrieks coming from the reactor.
Oh no.
What the
There are
fuck,
some
Mason?
there are some very, very angry people. Well, creatures.
People.
Who want to have a few words with you.
A few words.
Let me figure out how to put a turn order on here so that I can actually write it.
Should be one of your buttons on the side there.
That's
Should have brought
okay.
Charlie.
Okay, Al, thank you. Just
Here it is.
Nice.
Whoa, why is...
fine.
Why are there so many people on here? Okay, so we
can only
have...
see two, so
I only see two. There you go.
I see doubles of everybody for some reason.
Weird.
Maybe your version of the token, or since you can control. Since you can scoot us, worst case scenario.
I have no idea, but I will work on fixing that in a second. So, you guys have some time to prepare. It did take a bit for the others, but the first one that does show up is this boy that you just saw. Doesn't like you touching his things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Shoot it. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot
you
it.
just shoot it. Give me. Who is. Oh, it's because people rolled twice for some reason.
Oh, what?
Is that it's all.
Oh. Huh.
mixed up. So
Just delete them all. We can roll again.
delete that one. I'll just give you guys the better of the rolls.
Aw, so nice.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it had you guys roll twice.
It showed me only rolling once.
Delete that one. Okay, fix that. But it looks like Dante, you are going to be the first up. Who's Diana? Why are there so many? What is this? Is this keeping from last time?
I still only have 2 people on my turn order.
Is it really
Yeah.
only showing 2 people?
Yeah.
For me, yeah.
Yep.
Meg.
Yep.
Just
That's
delete
what I've got.
everything.
Yeah,
Every
And we'll
my
roll
turn
again.
order.
player, click on your icon first, and then press initiative.
See, I did that.
And then when you bring it back up again, there we go.
See, it still has a couple of people in here twice.
I
is the
did
thing.
even worse than last time.
Me
Nope.
too.
Well, I've got it as just everyone. Just everyone that should have rolled's rolled.
Yeah, I got them all now.
Yeah.
I have
Oh.
2 Silvas in here.
Well, the 5 is the one that we're going with.
Yeah,
so you
maybe
can-
it's just you.
Yeah, it seems to be that way.
I don't know what happened there, but these guys are. Let me organize this from.
I forget which
here.
way it goes. I think it's high is first, right?
Actually, is it eyes first? No,
We're
I
the
think it's
GM.
actually low is first, actually.
Oh. Because
There you go.
that kind of makes sense because of the panic and stuff system.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Let's
Guys,
see,
it's
what
been
is this
so long since we've played. I'm surprised we even know
It
where characters
really
are
has.
anymore.
guy? I don't know what rules are. What are you talking about?
Who needs rules?
This guy got Nate. So he should be on there now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go ahead and show you all these guys.
All these guys? I don't know. There doesn't need to be an all.
Well,
Oh. Well,
Mason decided
Yeah.
to burn the bodies, so.
you did do that. Classic.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll say that these guys, all 3 of those guys will go on 10. So that was the other one I rolled, and I don't want to roll one for every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have that all set up. However, we are coming up on midnight. So we've got our initiative set up, and we will be starting next session with
We're
combat.
immediately into combat.
With combat.
Hooray.
We'll see you guys trying to kill these guys off, start that reactor, getting Apollo up and running, and then maybe we'll find out what's in sub-level 3.
What if I don't wanna?
Then I guess you're
I can
staying
take
on
on
the
fire.
moon.
I'll set you on fire.
Yay.
It's all good.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It's
That was the
fine.
most-
Everything's fine.
Everything's
Unsettling
fine.
comment I've ever heard Al say. And Al said some weird things.
It's very true.
But that is it from us tonight, guys. So if you guys want to go ahead and go through your outros, we'll start in the same order we did before with Skelly up in the top left.
Hey guys, I'm Skelly V, still playing the very trigger-happy Dante, somehow staying with one character through this. You'll see me the next time we play Destroy All Worlds. I'm not crazy active on TPK right now, but I do still stream on my own channel, also Skelly V. And on Wednesday, I'm playing more Dragon Age 2 because I'm going through the whole series blind. So if you want to see that, check that out. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Al?
Sweet. Cheers, folks. As Al the Biffer, playing a multitude of bizarre, murderous characters tonight. It's good fun, causing some havoc as usual. I don't know what more you expected. But if you want to see more havoc, you can find me on my own channel here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Al the Biffer. Tomorrow we are doing some Stardew Valley with some friends, nice and chill. So, yeah, and perfect excuse to just come and relax after all the mayhem and chaos of this evening. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next episode of Destroyer of Worlds, and I will hand over to Proper.
My name is Prepper Nerdy. I'm a TPK staff member, GM, and player. I make lots of pretty pictures and video, including the one you saw at the beginning of this stream, and many other overlays and whatnot. I also make lots of pretty baking, and I have a baking podcast called Hats Off to Bake Off, an amateur baking podcast. It's lovely. So if you like my voice and not my face, go check that one out. And if you like my face, come check out Proper Parlor Games, which is on the 29th. We're playing a game called A Study in Emerald with the last season's crew of Roundhouse Whitebridge. So that'll be really interesting. And players are very excited to play a slightly more complex game than we ever played in Proper Parlor Games. So I hope you enjoy it too. Last but not least, well, second to last because of Meg, Niffer, please.
Hi, everybody. I'm Niffer. I am TPK intern and general nuisance and fun. And I am in a lot of our Module Week shows. So on Wednesday, you can find me in the first of our Curse of Strahd games called Darkest Night, Brightest Light. On Thursday is Tyranny of Dragons called Queen's Gambit. And on Friday is a Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign called Cold Hands, Warm Heart. And I think that's all I got for now, but also I am a Jasper's Game Day ambassador, and our Jasper's Game Week is coming up really soon. It's at the beginning of May, so keep an eye out for them and check out all the good stuff that wonderful charity is doing.
Okay, then I guess that will leave me to close it out. We do have a lot of things going on in TPK. Of course, tomorrow, I believe we have... Do we have Harper's or Beyond the Undergrowth tomorrow?
You should have Beyond the Undergrowth.
Beyond the Undergrowth,
Really?
yeah. It's every other week. I get them mixed up constantly. But we have that going on. We don't have Singularity this week, but next week. On the 28th? 28th, yes. You can catch me there playing Eve, but if you want to see me before then, you can catch me over on my personal Twitch, Meg Mysteria, where I am streaming through the Resident Evil games. We finished up Resident Evil 3. We're moving on to 4 on Wednesday. But if you want to catch me in more TPK or TTRPG shenanigans, the next one coming up for me is going to be Singularity. But after that, on May 1st, I will be in the Top Shelf campaign we are running. It's going to be a 3-part campaign. I'm not telling you what it is yet, because it hasn't been announced. So I will leave that to Mads to divulge whenever he is ready. But
I think he said it on last Top Shelf, actually. I think you're good.
Did he?
I was there for it. I remember him saying it.
He said it?
I think so.
What did he
so?
say?
I can't
Tell us the
remember
secrets.
because it was a complicated word.
Okay, then I guess
Anyways.
if he spilled the beans, then I'm gonna say it too. So we are actually running through the company in a Resident Evil setting to
Yes.
kind of hype up the
Uh,
fact that Village is coming out in May. So
hell
we got
yeah.
that going on. But you'll catch me in that doing more of my trademark horror stuff. But I think that is it for the night. I believe, unless anybody else has anything to say, if you guys want to stick around, we will be raiding here shortly.
Sounds lovely.
Toot toot.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Night.
Cheerio.